Spider-Man Far From Home. So Spider-Man Far From Home is the 8th Spider-Man movie, I believe, that's been made in the last 20 years. It's the sequel to Spider-Man Homecoming, and it's the first movie immediately after Endgame, or what I like to call the first post-Infinity War saga movie, and also part of Phase 4. At least I think it is. And it features pretty much all the main cast returning from Spider-Man Homecoming, and the plot is basically this. Peter Parker wants to go on vacation with his friends and his class, so they do that. They go to Europe, but things happen. There's these weird monsters called elementals running around. Mysterio comes, and now Nick Fury has tasked Spider-Man to help out with the problem to stop it before they destroy the world. Or basically just basic superhero shit. We've been watching Marvel movies for like the last 11 years. Surely you know by now that's the basic routine. Without getting into any spoilers, because this is a spoiler-free review, I'm just going to keep the movie as vague and blank as possible, but just saying just enough. So, the plot of the movie, as I just said, he goes on vacation, things happen, he gets thrown into it. First of all, I've always liked Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I mean, not that I've had any issue with Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield, but he is just, I like him as Spider-Man. He looks like a kid, he acts like a kid, and he's just basically that total typical teenager, more or less. He's nerdy, he's awkward, he's just a teenager doing basic normal things. He just wants to have fun. That's totally relatable. In fact, this movie has a lot of relatable moments. A lot of those moments also make you feel like you're back in high school again with the way you've seen them before. Because, let's face it, some of this shit we've experienced in our lives. That's just how high school is. New to the cast is Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio, whose real name is Quentin Beck. In a million years, as much as I've been reading Spider-Man comics and seeing it on television and other media, I don't think I ever thought that Mysterio would ever be on screen. There's a lot of things we never thought we'd see on screen now, but here they are. And Jake Gyllenhaal absolutely does a phenomenal job in this role. I mean, when you look at the trailers, he's just pretty cool, down-to-earth, likable guy. He has an interesting backstory and all this that they talk about. And all the scenes with him and Peter are just, they connect. They have like a good chemistry. Nick Fury is in this movie too, as is Agent Mariah Hill, basically Robin from How I Met Your Mother, and they share a whole bunch of scenes with everybody else in this movie, Nick Fury being, well, himself. It's actually kind of funny, you can tell he's kind of like rolling his eyes at Spider-Man at several points in the movie because he's a kid and Nick Fury is not a kid. It starts off as like a little teenage drama a little bit, but then gets really serious at the second half of the movie, and then it's all blended together perfectly. It's funny, but at points, some of the jokes kind of start wearing thin a little bit. Not too thin, but it's still funny enough and still relatable enough that you can still feel like the heart and emotion in all of this. A lot of things happen in this one movie in the second half. A lot of surprising stuff, so they'll keep you invested in the movie, so I can definitely say that. Also, I gotta admit this, Peter and MJ in this movie, they make a cute couple. I have to say it. I mean, Tom Holland and Zendaya, they have a certain chemistry towards them too. It just kind of feels natural. I mean, he's this awkward kid and she's this kind of moody girl. And it just comes off perfectly natural. And I had to admit, like, yeah, I like them as a couple. I can totally see it. You could say I ship them. And yes, they do have their moments in this. If you see the trailer, they have those kinds of moments too. Again, the movie's about 2 hours long. So it's about the typical length of your average Marvel movie. And it wraps up pretty nicely at the end, from beginning to end, and all that stuff. There is a post-credit scene and a mid-credit scene, and I will definitely tell you the mid-credit scene is a real holy shit moment. Same thing with the end-credit scene, although it's a bit toned down, sort of. I guarantee you, well, at this point in the game, you should know to stay for these scenes. But a lot of you will probably appreciate these scenes quite a bit. So at the end of the day, when I walked out the theater, I thought to myself, okay, yeah, this is a good solid movie. In fact, for me, that's 3 straight Spider-Man movies that have come out that were splendid for me. Like, they all hit the nail on the head. This is the 3rd one. So, I will definitely say that this movie had some jokes that kind of went on. It was a little dragging at points. A couple things I kind of like, alright, skip forward please. But overall, a very fun, entertaining film and another welcome addition to Marvel and proof that they keep knocking it out of the park. So, I'm going to say that this movie deserves a gold ribbon rating from me. Okay, so that's my review for Spider-Man Far From Home, and I want to know, what's your favorite Spider-Man character? Whatever it is, leave me a comment below and tell me how you feel. Also, don't forget to check out my Twitter at AsteroidMike. Don't forget to check out my blog and my Reddit channel, which is I'm on there. Please don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. Click on the link below or wait to the next page. Don't forget to share this review if you want everyone else to see it. And as always, I will see you around. So until then, peace out.